We have a lot to talk about this episode, from a quick recap of our Valentine's Day plans and the Super Bowl game, halftime show, and the commercials. Were they as good as everyone talked about? I don't know. Also, big news in the music industry. It's about that time to start voting for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees. All this and a lot more coming up.
Red Pegasus podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Martin Garcia and Darian Clark.
All right, so start the show with a little question. Try and get the juices flowing.
Let's do it.
So you got this one here that you wrote down a while ago. Who is someone you would like to be friends with, real or fictional?
Okay.
And now that I'm reading this for the second time out loud, I realize that you said real or fictional. I thought it was real or dead.
It's okay.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
This is tough, man.
This is really hard.
I'm in a bind right here.
Yeah, same.
I think as far as real goes, I would want to be friends with, it's either between Dirk or Matthew McConaughey.
That's good. That's good.
And I'm torn, man.
Why those choices?
Just because my love for the Mavericks and Dirk's love for this city, I just would love to connect with him and be friends with him. Not to mention, he's just such a cool and genuine dude.
Yeah.
I would love to get to know him and be friends with him.
That'd
and
be
then
nice.
McConaughey, man, the stories go on and on. I've talked about him on here on the podcast, so my love for him is not new here.
Yeah.
But I can go on and on with him with stories, and we can chat it up, and just our love for Texas in general is just through the roof. Man, I would love to be friends with him.
Do you oh dang, I forgot what I was gonna mention. Oh, did you finish the McConaughey book?
I did,
Yeah, you did, right? Because
Yeah.
it was a while ago.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nice. So those two you're gonna go with? Do you have any
Yeah.
fictional ones?
I can't choose one or the other. It'll have to be those two.
Yeah.
And fictional, man, I've never really been huge into the fictional world, but I would have to go with Yoda.
Right? All right. I was
there.
not expecting that one.
I went there.
Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose.
That was good.
It's tough because the fictional world it's unending.
Yeah.
It's out there, literally, in a galaxy far, far away. And I would love to get to know Master Yoda, man, and learn from his ways and get to know the Force. That'd be pretty cool.
That is a really good choice. That is a really good choice.
What about you?
This was kind of hard whenever I was thinking about it, because I kind of wanted someone that I thought was really cool and relaxed and chill, or at least how I perceive them.
Yeah.
And maybe someone who can like get me into like exclusive events,
Yeah,
like just be
sure.
like, hey, come on, I know this guy,
Yeah, right.
I know this person.
Absolutely.
But the first person that always comes to mind whenever I think of topics like this, like who do you want to be friends with? Who would you want to like work with or whatever? It's Childish Gambino.
Dude,
Always the first one that pops into my mind.
that's a good one.
So definitely him in real life. For fictional, I have no idea. I kind of want to go down your route and maybe be with like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Not Luke, but like Obi-Wan Kenobi, not even Anakin.
Yeah.
But I have no idea who I would want to be friends with in a fictional world. Or maybe someone like Batman.
Ooh, yeah.
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah. He ain't never dying.
Yeah, no. Get to visit the Batcave.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Try out all the little gadgets. But dang, that is a really good one. Do you have any that have already passed away? Maybe not even want to be friends with, but like this is the other big question that always comes up is like, who would you want to have like dinner with or hang out with for a day?
Man.
Do you have anyone who has passed away that you would?
I mean, literally, I'm just spitballing here because I wasn't prepared for this, but what came to my mind first was Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I would love to get to know him, sit down and have dinner with him, and just pick his brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's just an intelligent, God-fearing man. I would love to get to know him.
That's kind of the same thing that I had in mind too. Was someone who like had a really big influence on culture and society and just everything. I was thinking of George Washington or Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, totally. No, Those are always good choices.
Because, I mean, you're talking to George Washington, you're talking to him about going to war with the British, and then you're talking to Abraham Lincoln about just like trying to do like what all he had to face whenever he was trying to accomplish what he accomplished.
Totally.
It's just really cool. Like I said, man, I've just been getting real into history. I think you said that too.
Yeah.
I have no idea why. It's probably just that like point in our lives where we get there.
Yep. Age will do it to you.
Yeah.
So, bro, this is the first episode of year 2.
This is.
Congrats to you, brother.
Congrats to you too. Hey. Yeah, first episode of year 2.
Exciting.
Finally got that 1 year episode out. I don't think we mentioned this. Did we mention my little hiccup with that?
I don't think so.
So our 1 year episode was actually supposed to premiere the week before last.
Yeah.
And I was maybe trying to reorganize stuff on my laptop, and I like transferring things to my hard drive as a backup. And well, I deleted the episode off my hard drive, and I also did it on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
So I lost the file. I lost our session. So I just had to send a text message to Darian and be like, "Hey, man, really sorry about this, but we're not gonna have a 1 year episode this week. It's definitely gonna have to be next week for sure."
What an anniversary to have to record the same episode twice. It was fun.
It was fun.
Hey, there was a rough draft and final draft. It was perfected on the second go around. So,
so just to touch base, last time we had just survived Alaska.
Yep.
This year was only a 2-day event.
Mm-hmm.
Technically one, but 2-day event.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's okay. Everyone made it out. But now it's Valentine. Well, Valentine's Day just happened.
Right.
So, did you guys do anything for Valentine's Day?
We did not.
You guys didn't?
We have plans to.
Yeah.
So I'm not dismissing it completely.
Mm-hmm.
We still woke up, did the whole had our Valentine's breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
and I gave my lady some goodies, some flowers.
Nice.
I gave my daughter a balloon. She loves those
Nice.
balloons. So we did a little thing here and there with some gifts and some love on the day of. But as far as taking my lady out, taking my wife out, we have not done that yet. We had a weekend long church event this past weekend, so we were tied up in that Friday night, Saturday, all day Saturday, and Saturday morning or Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon we just wanted to sleep. We literally just we were so exhausted. We watched the Super Bowl just with us, in our comfy lounge clothes, just chilling on the couch because we were worn out from the weekend.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We have plans too. It'll probably be this weekend.
Did you make them or did she make them?
We usually, nowadays, I used to do all the planning for this stuff, but nowadays it's like, what do you want to do, babe? You just want to go to the movies or something? Sure, why not? Let's do it.
Don't plan anything out, just whatever.
At this point, it's just like, it doesn't really matter what we're doing anymore as long as we're just us two are together.
Yeah.
So, as long as we can get some time away.
Yeah.
Just nothing to do some mindless activity and just have a good time together. That's typically what we aim for. So nothing in specific, but I'm sure we'll end up doing something fun, and there will be food involved. Always.
Gotta have the food, man.
Absolutely.
Food and drinks. Same thing for us, though. We had planned something out, but we didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
We went to our spot, E-Bar, over here in East Dallas.
Yep.
Really good Tex-Mex place.
Yep.
Really great margaritas, so that's definitely why we went. I was like, might as well. And we didn't really do anything. We were kind of busy this weekend as well with the Super Bowl. It didn't really help that the Super Bowl was at the same time or around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
This weekend we've got like family stuff that we're heading out to, so I think we're gonna try and do it on Sunday.
Yeah,
but she took over. She's nice. The one. We change it up every year. So this year was her turn to try and plan something. And I have no idea what it is. We'll see.
All right.
I hope it's horseback riding.
Yeah. That'd be sick. Have you ever done that before?
No, that's what I've always wanted to. Yeah. And she told me, she asked if I wanted to do something adventurous or if I wanted to hang back or if I wanted to go get dinner. I was like, you know what? You surprised me. Okay. Whatever. So we'll see. I'll have to update you guys on the next episode. See what that was.
Sounds like a plan, brother. It'd be fun regardless. I know Natalie will hook y'all up. So
yeah.
Good. Stuff like that.
So rolling into this real quick, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Dope.
Gotta hit this every time, right?
Seriously.
It's just always fun to look back over the years assess where music has been and is going.
Yeah.
And obviously, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they always release these nominees every single year, and they get 5 in there into the Hall of Fame. So there are 17 nominees, and 5 get in every single year. You want to hear them?
Yeah, let's
jump
go.
in. Okay. First, these are in alphabetical order, so I'm not putting them in any order in any kind of way.
Okay. Did you do this?
Yeah.
Or did you grab it off the list? You put everyone in alphabetical orar?
Oh, no, I just grabbed it off the list.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, damn.
Yeah. So it's first is Beck.
Okay.
Pat Benatar.
Nice.
Yeah. Kate Bush.
Okay.
Devo.
Nice.
Duran.
All right.
Eminem.
Okay.
Which, shout out to him this past weekend.
Yeah, seriously.
Big weekend for him. Eurythmics.
Nice.
Which I've never actually heard of.
I don't think so either.
Judas Priest.
Okay.
Fela Kuti.
Okay.
Which I've never heard of either.
Never heard of.
MC5.
All right.
New York Dolls.
Okay.
Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
Rage Against the Machine.
Nice.
Lionel Richie.
Yep.
Carly Simon.
Okay.
A Tribe Called Quest.
All right.
And Dionne Warwick.
All right.
So pretty loaded list there.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's break this down for us personally.
Okay.
Give me, if you don't mind going first, give me your 5 who you would vote into the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And give me 1 honorary.
1 honorary. Okay.
Yeah, like an honorable mention.
So first things first, I'm the realist. Second, I know of some of these people, like I've heard their names, but I've never really listened to their music.
Right.
Growing up, and I mean, I think you and I are both on the same page. You probably had a little more influence, but I really only listened to like pop, hip hop music.
Yeah.
Didn't really branch out too much.
Right.
And I've discovered some things on my own. Guitar Hero, thank you, has introduced me to a lot of different music as well. And so it's kind of like bittersweet because it's everyone knows these people. So whenever I'm like, oh, I don't know who sings this song, they always look at me like, dude, are you dumb? Like, you don't know who this is?
Right.
And then, but it's nice because I'll listen to them, and it's kind of like if I'm listening to, I mean, it's new music for me. It might be old.
Yeah.
But it's new music to me, and so I get to enjoy it while everyone already has enjoyed it for a while ago. So, and it's funny, Pat Benatar, Natalie and I, see, this is one of them. I've know of Pat Benatar. Yeah. I've heard her name before.
Yeah.
But I don't think, and I probably have listened to a song or two that was popular, but I can't associate any songs with her.
Right.
And we were talking about her one day, Natalie and I, for some reason, and I said, "Oh yeah, or is it Pat Benatar?" Oh. And she like busted out laughing. She was like, "What'd you say?" And I was like, "Pat Benatar," and she was like, "That is not her name whatsoever." And I was like, "Damn, well, I'm sorry, I don't know." So I've learned my lesson. It's Pat Benatar.
Yeah.
So my top 5, Eminem, definitely gonna have to go up there. That's someone I've known and listened to.
Yeah.
Rage Against the Machine is another one.
Yeah.
I really like them.
Mm-hmm.
Beck,
yep.
Only because I've heard of Beck before. Pat Benatar, because I've heard of Pat Benatar before.
No, she has a lot of. She has more hits than I think people know.
Really?
Yeah.
See, and do you know of any of them off the top of your head?
I don't, off the top of my head.
Like if I hear the chorus or if I hear the beginning part of it, I probably would know it.
Absolutely.
And then I would throw Dolly Parton in there too. Actually, news drop. I don't know if you saw this, but she said that she would drop a rock album if she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That'd be crazy.
And so speaking of that, I kind of want to get in once you go out your top 5.
Yep.
I want to go into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and kind of like the controversy behind it.
Okay.
But for my honorary mention, I have no idea. I know there's requirements. Like I think their first album had to come out like 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're eligible for nomination after 25 years from their first album release.
Is Beck really that old?
I mean, I have no idea.
It sounds about the qualifications you're saying sound.
I mean,
right.
yeah, Beck is for sure. I think he was probably early 90s.
Yep, their first album was 94.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's not right.
94, 2004, 2014.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I did not know they were that old.
I mean, if you think from 2000 to now, we're 22 years in.
Yep.
So
Yep.
But yeah, so those would be my top 5. Honorary mention, I have no idea. You know what? Forget it. Let's throw Britney Spears in there. Or Backstreet Boys.
Those are good.
But yeah, that would be my honorary mention.
Okay. My top 5, ours are pretty similar here.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, right? We're raised in the same generation, raised around kind of the same music.
Yeah.
But yeah, my top 5 was Pat Benatar. I think she's going to be unanimous. I think she's going to be in there no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Eminem too. I think he will be as well. Dolly Parton. I threw Beck in there as well. But I went on ahead and threw a little bit of a wild card in there.
Yeah.
Kind of like I think they have a chance. I don't think they'll get it, but I think they have a solid chance just because they were one of the trailblazers for hip hop.
Yeah.
And that's A Tribe Called Quest. I think a lot of hip hop artists really honed in on the way they did hip hop and took a lot of what they brought to the game. I think they have a chance, but I think one of my honorary, at least from this list of nominees, I would go with because I like Rage Against the Machine too. Obviously, Lionel Richie will probably make it in there because of popularity.
I was wondering, yeah, I forgot while I was doing my list. I forgot to look at this like last 3 or last 4. But yeah, I think Lionel Richie would have a chance of getting in there.
Judas Priest is pretty popular in the metal world, right?
I have no idea. I've heard of Judas Priest, but I don't know if I've ever heard any other songs.
I think my honorary out of this list would be Duran Duran.
Oh, you wanted an honorary from this list?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
That's what I went with.
Okay.
Just because it was right here in front of
me. Yeah. Nice, Duran Duran.
By the way, Pat Benatar sings "Hit Me with Your Best Shot." So Guitar Hero.
See, there you go. See, there you go. Guitar Hero. See, if I only paid attention to the artists and the names of the songs, probably would have known. Duran
Duran's hits are "Ordinary World" and "Hungry Like the Wolf." Remember that song?
Hungry like the wolf. That's too funny.
Yeah, man.
And then Devo is that. Do they do the? Oh no, they do the whip it.
Oh, do they?
Got a dump.
Is that them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man,
with the like red cone hat things.
Yep, that is them. Oh man, that's a good one.
So I don't know. I would probably throw Devo in there.
Yeah.
But good. I just went with mainly people that I know or have heard of.
Right.
So the controversy that I wanted to go into with you. So people are kind of upset because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is throwing in rappers and like hip hop artists. What do you think about it? Do you think they should be nominated in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or should they do a rap and hip hop Hall of Fame?
They should.
Only.
First of all, they should have a rap and hip hop Hall of Fame if they don't already.
I don't know.
But second off, I think the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is beginning to nominate all these because rock and roll has diversified so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you look at the Super Bowl halftime show, which we'll talk about here in a bit. Like they have full on rock band up there jamming with Eminem.
Yeah.
You saw Anderson .Paak going to town on those drums. With Eminem. You know what I mean? So like, I think just rock and roll over at least the past decade and a half has just kind of diversified so much that every genre has rock and roll in it nowadays.
Yeah.
So at first I wasn't fond of it.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, since I have that kind of perspective, I'm like, yeah, I think all music should be in this thing now. Not only that, but even in the 90s, like Snoop Dogg's in there.
Yeah.
So
like, Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z's in there.
Yeah, Jay-Z
from
was
last year.
Yeah. So
LL Cool J last year too.
Yeah. I think it's so much so the title of the place that it's at. You've been there, right, in Cleveland.
Yeah.
It's just the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum.
Yeah.
But really it's just the Music Hall of Fame, I think. That's just they hold that title because that they own it, right? But I think over time also just rock and roll has expanded so much and is in every genre in a way.
Seriously.
Right? So
I think at first I remember kind of hearing about bands that I didn't think were rock and roll being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's a little weird, but then I thought, okay, maybe it's just what you were saying. It's just the name, and it's like the achievement that every musician wants to achieve, right? They want to be put into a Hall of Fame of some sort, just like, football players get into a Hall of Fame of basketball players and whatnot. So I thought that it was just kind of more of like a music Hall of Fame. But yeah, I keep hearing like people being upset about rappers and people who aren't really rock and roll being inducted. But I also just started to think about it and I think of it as like rock and roll changed everything. Like rock and roll during its time was a new thing, and some people hated it and some people loved it. It was going against the grain when it came to music, and it was doing its own thing, and it didn't care about anything. It was just like, we're just going to play music for people that want to listen, and if you don't want to listen, then okay, that's fine, don't listen.
Yeah, totally.
Probably in a little meaner way than I just put it, but I think of hip hop in the same way. When hip hop came out, it changed music. It was going against the grain in the music industry. People hated it and people loved it. It was rebellious, I guess, just like hip hop was, or rock and punk music and all this other stuff.
Absolutely.
So that's how I think of it whenever I think of, or whenever I hear musicians and artists from different genres that aren't necessarily hip hop or rock and roll.
Totally.
I just think of it like that. It's like they're the musicians and artists who were switching things up in the music industry and how things were.
For sure. I agree with that 100%.
So if you're hating on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, back up, son. But speaking of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Eminem, halftime show.
Dude, we gotta talk about that.
That was so good.
You loved it? I
did. It was pretty good.
Rank it 10 out of 10?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. It was really good. I think everyone was around. I guess maybe because they never really announced it, but I'm still convinced that the halftime show was a Dr. Dre show, or Dr. Dre halftime show.
Yeah.
And all the artists were people that he worked with, and people were still like, I'm so confused. Why is Eminem there? He's not from LA and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, what? You guys don't get it, dude. Yeah. You guys don't get it at all. But yeah, so I thought it was pretty dope seeing everyone come out and do their own thing.
It definitely was really cool. I think it was honestly too much crammed in such little time.
True.
I wanted more.
I did want more too.
Why they brought 50 Cent in there all of a sudden? I don't know why. I have no idea why. That was like 6 minutes that could have gone more to Snoop and Dre, you know what I mean?
Or Eminem.
Or Kendrick.
Or Kendrick, yeah.
Kendrick barely had anything.
Yeah, he did barely have anything.
By the way, his was pretty sweet.
Yeah, his was
gave
pretty
me
good.
Childish Gambino vibes.
Yeah.
His performance.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen Kendrick Lamar perform.
Yeah.
In a concert or in a stadium setting like that.
Yeah, probably me too.
But yeah, I mean, it was so good. Everyone had I think everyone had a good chunk of time to perform. Mm-hmm. Except for Kendrick. Kendrick was a little short.
Yeah, he was.
I think. But when Eminem came out and then they pan the camera and you see Anderson .Paak on the drums,
yes.
I was like, see, this is definitely like him and Anderson .Paak and Dr. Dre. It's like his mentor. So of course he was going to be up there too. And so I was like, that's definitely what this halftime show is.
Absolutely.
But seeing Anderson .Paak there, I don't know if it was just me, but I think the dude needed to maybe tune up his drums or maybe tune down his drums a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was hearing something and I was like, that does not sound right. Yeah. I think the toms are a little out of tune there.
Yeah. I didn't notice it, but I wouldn't be surprised. I guess it just shows the reality that they're actually playing, right?
True,
so
yeah.
Maybe
that's true.
Maybe they did keep it for those reasons because it's so easy to fake that stuff.
That's true.
Anderson was not faking it. He was getting it.
No, dude. And the dude kills it on drums too. The fact that he can rap and play drums like that is so good, because it's one thing to play the drums with like a solid, easy beat. But when you're playing drums like he's playing pretty intricate things while he's rapping on top. Mm-hmm. And that takes talent for sure.
Absolutely.
You see anything else catch your eye on the Super Bowl?
I think the set all together was just really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole bird's eye view of LA,
Yeah.
all the streets and all that stuff. And then obviously the different rooms where they were all different, just performing. It was just really cool, man. There was one part where Eminem was getting it, and it showed a shot of 50 Cent and Mary J. Blige just like jamming, sitting on the couch, just jamming. I was like, that's me right there. I'm 50 Cent and my wife's Mary J. Blige. And we're just sitting here jamming to this stuff right now, just like looking back and like, this is like the kind of music we didn't grow up with it, but like we listened to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just awesome just to see all them together, and of course Dre and Snoop was phenomenal. One thing I did not like, actually, there were two more things I did not like. And I'm not like I'm hating it. I still rated it like 9.5 out of 10. I love the show. Yeah. But like, I know you can't control this, but just it being daylight out at the beginning kind of like brought down the vibes for me. Yeah. Because that stadium's like half dome, half open. That SoFi Stadium, it's a crazy looking stadium. Yeah. I wish it was
Jumbotron is so weird.
Yeah. I wish it was dark during the entire show. Just, it helps with the effects. Kind of seemed weird that it was all light outside.
I actually didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got dark towards the end. It was like kind of like right when the sun was going down. And then at the end, I wish like they brought out a hologram of Tupac and brought him in with them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, that was your moment. Yeah. To actually bring out a Tupac hologram during a crazy concert or a show or
just performance
a stage like this. This was your moment, and they failed. You know what I mean? Like
that would have been really dope. I didn't even think about that.
Right? Like I just felt like the very end when all 6 of them were up there, just kind of was a little underwhelming. They were just kind of like just standing there,
looking like the Avengers. Yeah, with their hands up in the air.
They were.
I saw a meme where it was saying, "I'm gonna tell my kids these were the Avengers." Bro, and then I feel so bad for 50, man. Everyone roasting the dude.
Yeah, that is true. I saw a meme of when he came in upside down. Yeah, he was like pointing over there or something. I saw a meme of somebody that put that picture, like snapshotted him upside down. Like, this is me at 5 or midnight reaching for my phone charger. He's like hanging upside down. Yeah, reaching for something.
That was too good. Everyone was hating on him, but I was like, that's an iconic scene of that song. Like, he had to have done it. Dude, looked pretty funny though, not gonna lie. I was honestly shocked that it was 50 Cent for a second. Yeah. I don't even know why they would have done this, but for a second I thought it was someone else who was hanging upside down. And I thought he was like gonna come out from somewhere else. But there was also that band that Eminem was in, D12. I forgot what song it is, but the music video is kind of making fun of everyone's music videos from the past. And one of the guys in D12, he's like a pretty heavy guy, and he reenacts that 50 Cent scene and where he's hanging upside down. And people are sharing that meme saying, "Hey, yo, this is 50 at the halftime show." I was like, damn, that's messed up, bro. That is so messed up.
I think it's not that I'm hating on 50. I'm just like, why did you need a special unknown guest? Yeah. In the midst of all that power you already had on the stage and little time to fill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is weird because he was the only one that wasn't like on the lineup already.
Right. Yeah. And he's a big name.
Yeah.
So like, why didn't you just put him on the lineup to begin with?
That is true. But don't they always do that for halftime shows? There's always like an artist that comes up out of nowhere.
Not always, but a lot of the times, yeah. I think back to that Bruno, Coldplay, Beyonce halftime show.
I was about to say,
I think Bruno was on that one. I thought it was just Coldplay, or maybe it was Beyonce. I don't think one of Bruno or Beyonce wasn't supposed to be there, and they popped in. They were jamming there at the end. You remember that?
Of the Coldplay one?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that one.
You don't remember it was a Chris Martin, Beyonce, and Bruno like up at the camera jamming, and it was like everyone was like throwing shade at Chris Martin. I'm like, bro, you don't belong there. What are you doing?
Dang, bro, that's messed up, dog. You say he doesn't belong there. Damn.
He just looked awkward jamming next to Beyonce and Bruno. You know what
that's
I mean?
Too funny. Now, I honestly can't even think of halftime shows other than the Lady Gaga one where she jumped from the top of the stadium. Yeah. And the Red Hot Chili Peppers one where it was not a great performance. Yeah. I don't think they were actually playing. I think they were kind of mimicking the drums or mimicking them playing.
Yeah, that Lady Gaga one, there wasn't a special guest, I don't think.
There
was
wasn't?
The Weeknd, nobody popped up for that one last year.
Oh, that's true.
I think
The
it was
Weeknd
just
was
him.
last year. Lady Gaga didn't bring out what's
He
his
might
name?
have, I don't remember.
Bradley Cooper.
I know you're going.
For A Star Is Born or whatever.
I don't think so. Actually, that might have been before, while they were filming. Maybe, I don't know.
I remember people were referencing her halftime show with The Simpsons, once again predicting the halftime show and her falling into the stadium.
Toss to Pollard, and there he goes. Tony Pollard down the sideline. Jets are on. Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, Super Bowl 56 ended in a LA Rams victory. They beat the Cincinnati Bengals 23-20.
Damn.
Shout out to Matthew Stafford, Highland Park alum,
Really?
local
Oh,
quarterback
I had
for
no
the
idea.
Rams. He's actually best friends with Clayton Kershaw, who's the star pitcher for the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
They both graduated in the same class from Highland Park.
No way.
Yeah, and they both are champions now in their respective sports. It's pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
And also shout out Von Miller,
Yeah.
DeSoto guy.
Oh, really?
Yep, he went
Nice.
to DeSoto High School. There were a bunch of like local ties to the Rams. Nobody on the Bengals is from DFW, but there were like 6 players on the Rams from DFW. I couldn't sit here and name them all. Those are the only 2 that come to mind first. But yeah, it was a solid game. Pretty close all throughout.
Yeah, I tried to watch some of it. We were over at a friend's house, and I took the seat behind everyone else, so it was kind of hard to see the TV, and
Yeah.
everyone was talking to everyone except for me, so
Yeah.
couldn't hear or see the game. It was pretty fun. It was like Krungbin all over again. Just standing behind people like, oh, if only. But yeah, it was a pretty good game from what I saw.
Yep. Cooper Kupp came out the Super Bowl MVP.
Mm-hmm. And he was the one that scored the winning touchdown, right?
Yeah. There was some crazy stat where he got a Super Bowl MVP. He won the Triple Crown for receivers, which is most receptions, most yards, and most touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And he won some other award, and he did it all in one season. There was only
Wow.
one other player to ever do that in the history of the NFL throughout their entire career,
Yeah.
and it was Jerry Rice.
Wow.
Jerry Rice did it throughout his entire career. Cooper Kupp did it in 1 year.
Oh,
It
dang.
was crazy. Just some crazy stuff. I forgot what was the last award that he won. It might have been Offensive Player of the Year, because he won Offensive Player of the Year this year, Super Bowl MVP, and that Triple Crown for receivers. So big shouts to him.
Yo, speaking of crazy stats, and I think Nathan brought this up one time when we went to the brewery with him, but what the heck is up with some of these stats that I saw at the Super Bowl? Like, there was one for Joe Burrow where it was like, is it Burrow or Burrows?
Burrow.
With, oh, no S
S.
at the end? Okay. My Hispanic came out, I added an S in there for no reason. It was like, Joe Burrow, first guy to graduate college with a national trophy, could be the first one with a Super Bowl trophy, also one with a Little League trophy, also one whenever he came out and he was born and he was given a trophy. It's like, yo, what the heck are some of these stats? It's so, they'd like try and make things interesting.
Yeah, they
It's
do go way out of proportion sometimes. with
First one to win a
statistics.
Super Bowl under a full moon on the 3rd month of the year. It's just like, yo, what the heck? What does any of that matter?
Right.
You're just like making stuff up now just to
so
keep it
true.
interesting.
It's so true.
Is that all you had on Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's all. Game was underwhelming.
You
Well,
think
it was a good game, but it wasn't super exciting.
that's what I see? Fantasy group chat, they were talking about how the game was good, and I responded in there not knowing anything about sports, and I was like, really? That was good? From what I saw, it was like average.
Yeah.
Nothing very exciting to me, I
Yeah.
don't think.
All right.
One more thing about the Super Bowl was, do you think Kupp should have got the MVP?
It was arguable between him and Aaron Donald, in my opinion.
And who's Aaron Donald?
He's the defensive tackle that sealed the game at the end there. I don't know if you watched the very end of the Super Bowl.
No,
for the
we're
Rams.
probably driving home.
He's a defensive tackle, so he's on the defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
He literally pushed back a 380-pound guy
Dang.
5 yards. One hand and the other hand just took down Joe Burrow to win the game.
Wow.
And he was doing that all night long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he's
just breaking through that offensive line.
Yeah, no problem. And I mean, the
Jeez.
Bengals don't have a great offensive line, but that dude was making them look like they were kids in high school. Just, he's not even that big of a guy. He's just like has such strength.
Yeah.
It's unreal. He was pushing those guys back all night, and pressuring Joe Burrow all night long. So
yeah.
But I think Kupp deserved it. He had 8 catches or something like that. I think he had 2 touchdowns. So yeah, I think he deserved it.
Is he an older guy?
Cooper Kupp?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in his prime right now, so he's probably 28 or 29.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is technically older for NFL. You know?
Yeah.
It's not old.
It's like 28, 29. Damn, bro, we're 28.
Yeah, right. Right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was seeing some controversy of whether he should have gotten the MVP or not.
Yep. Bro, you been watching the Winter Olympics?
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
So I don't watch it live, but obviously they're in a different time zone.
Yeah.
But I try and watch some of the highlights on YouTube.
Yeah.
Really, I've just been watching the bailing in like ski slope racing or whatever it's called.
Yep.
Dude, I saw this one video where it was near the beginning of the Olympics, so I'm sure there's been a lot more since then. But 4 women doing the downhill ski thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where they try and like take wide turns and get through those gates.
That's unreal.
There's like one part of the course where 4 different women like just did not, I guess, have their feet placed correctly and bailed hard and into that kind of like netted fence. I was like, dude, this is so scary. I don't know why people do this.
Yeah, it's unreal.
And then I saw one where it was like men's, same sport, but for men's, it was a blizzard while they were doing their trial runs or something. And so like 33 players or athletes got wiped out. It's just crazy. But what's going on overall?
Well, USA overall, to answer your question, USA is currently in 3rd.
Okay.
In the medals.
All right.
They are in 3rd in gold, and they're in 3rd in... No, they're not in 3rd in total. They're 4th in total medals, 3rd in gold. Norway takes the lead. They are pretty much killing it.
Really?
Yeah. They
That's their natural habitat.
Yeah, exactly. They kill it every Winter Olympics. I saw like an all-time medal count, and Norway's far and above the best
in
Winter Olympics all time.
Damn.
Like they have like a 70 medal lead on USA. USA second.
Nice.
Yeah, and like Canada and Germany are up there too. But Germany is 2nd in gold right now. Norway is 1st with 13 golds. Germany is 2nd with 10, and the U.S. has 8 gold medals.
Okay.
Yep. 19 total for the U.S.
Have you been keeping up, or are you watching them?
Yeah, I have been. Pretty much every night. We at least have it on the TV.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm actually watching it or not, depends. But that other night, we watched ice skating. We like the ice skating, either duos or singles. And we saw Nathan Chen do his thing.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that guy killed it.
Yeah, I saw his replay on YouTube.
He got like the highest rating score ever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness, it was flawless.
Yeah.
He was just him by himself. It wasn't a pair event, but man, he was like doing these like, I don't even know what you call it. Just like crazy stunts.
The spins?
Like, you do like 4 spins and then you jump again and do like another 3. I was like, how do you even...
the like combos. Yeah.
Dude, it's insane.
It is really insane.
And he's just landing it flawlessly. Like he never even left the ground.
It was
unreal.
It's very interesting to see and how just crazy fast they spin and like train into like the training that they have to do in order to get there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude.
He wasn't even a favorite either. He's young,
really,
dude, 22 years old.
22.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And he ended up just killing the stage. Like,
nice.
It was incredible to see.
Kind of been keeping up with men's curling.
Yeah. Got to, man.
Dude,
it's got on shuffleboard.
I want to be on a curling team. I got to find one for Dallas. I saw this like GQ video where some guy from GQ kind of like trains with the men's team before they went out to Beijing. And it just looks like such a cool sport. I want to play it so badly.
Yeah.
Like I really want to find a team.
Yeah.
But I was seeing them. They're not doing too hot, I don't think.
I don't think so.
I think they lost to Italy, and I think they were about to lose to China, but luckily they came in the clutch on that one.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been keeping up with the curling, and I think I think it's called I don't know what it is, but it's 3 skaters. They go around the rink, and it's kind of like NASCAR. They just go in circle and circle.
Yeah.
But it was like USA versus Norway or the Netherlands or something like that.
Okay.
And they were just talking about how the American men's team was trying out a different technique, I guess. Traditionally, players will switch positions. So they're 3 in a line all the time. Yeah. They're always right behind each other.
Yeah.
And then what they'll do is every couple of laps, the guy at the front of the line will slow down a little bit, and the other 2 will pass him up.
Okay.
And then he'll join the line at the end, and they just keep doing that.
Okay.
But the USA team was skating in a non-traditional way, something that I guess has never been done before. They kept the same line throughout the whole time. So the guy in first stayed in first, second, and third, and they did that. And dude, they were like 3 seconds ahead of the. And I think that was USA's first men's USA skating team to ever receive a medal at all in that sport.
Oh,
and they came out with bronze.
Nice.
So I thought that was pretty interesting too.
Dude, that speed skating is unreal.
Dude,
why?
Seriously, man, those blades on their feet, the skates look so sharp. I'm like, dude, imagine if you just
they're like 2 feet long. They're huge.
They are. I'm like, man, heck no. And the rink looks so slick.
Yeah,
because it's like no one skated on it yet. Looks so slick. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I guess we should hit really quick. The Mavs traded Kristaps Porzingis.
That's true. On
the trade deadline day last week.
Good trade and not good trade. What did we get? At first
I was like, yo, what are we doing? But I've slowly have learned to like it. They traded our second best player which is on a terrible contract and he just can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
For 2 solid role players. Now, granted, they're nowhere near the talent that Kristaps Porzingis has, but sometimes the best availability is being available. So you want to get some healthy guys back, and not to mention they got 2 guys for him. So they have some good depth moving forward, make a playoff run, and hopefully they can find their way in this team, get some chemistry going with these 2 new guys.
I know this was a pretty big trade deal that happened. I know a lot of people were kind of freaking out about it.
Yeah. Mavs Twitter blew up, man. They got pissed. Like, are you serious? This is all you could give for Kristaps Porzingis? But at the end of the day, now is the time to move that contract. Yeah. One, he can't stay healthy. And if you're just going to keep paying a guy $30+ million a year
to sit on the bench,
hurt, it's just not worth it. So
that's true.
If you could get him for anything at this point, you might as well. And sure, the 2 guys they got don't have favorable contracts either. They're both pretty high, not 30 million, but they're like in the 15 to 17 range.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to move that if you want to in the future. So rather than a $30 million guy who can't stay healthy. So yeah, we got Davis Bertans back. He's a sharpshooter from the Wizards, and then we got Spencer Dinwiddie. He's a guard from the Wizards that we traded for the unicorn. Bye Kristaps. It was fun while you were here.
R.I.P. KP.
Yep.
R.I.P. KP.
Okay, going back to the Super Bowl here. The real reason why most people watch, right?
Yeah.
is for the commercials.
Yeah.
Which is contrary to everything else we watch. Always skipping through those things.
Yeah.
But no, people actually take the time, turn the TV up, and listen to some of these commercials. So let's talk about some of our favorites.
Okay.
Real quick. Just hit them as fast as possibly can. Maybe 2, 3, or 4 that stuck out to you.
All right. Yeah, that's cool. I can go through this real quick.
What one of your favorites?
Again, it was kind of hard for me to see and listen to some of these. So a lot of these are kind of just going off of the ideas of the commercial. I don't really know if they were funny or not necessarily.
Yep.
Spicy Doritos commercial. I don't know. It was like the animals in the jungle. They'd like eat a spicy Dorito and they're like, ooh, that's hot. And then they eat a spicy hot Cheeto and they're like, ooh, that's hot. I don't know if it was like a battle between which one's hotter or not. Yeah. Again, I couldn't hear.
Yeah.
But it was just really funny seeing these animals eat and then be like, ooh. Coinbase QR, the QR code that was going around.
That blew up, man.
It did. And I think it's a little marketing tip here for other businesses. Might want to start incorporating more interactive commercials, because last year we saw Reddit with their like 1 second commercial, right?
Yep.
Where everyone was like, wait, what was that? And they had to go back. This one, Coinbase, cryptocurrency trading platform.
Yep.
Just had a QR code on the screen going around like the DVD logo.
Yep. Old school.
I scanned it and it was like Coinbase. And I was like, I already have Coinbase. Anyways, Liquid Death. Did you see the Liquid Death commercial?
Yeah, I did.
Exactly what I was saying when I mentioned it a while ago. The can looks like it's some sort of crazy ass alcoholic or energy drink.
Yep.
And it's just plain water.
It is.
The Pringles, where the guy gets his hand stuck in the Pringles can and he lives his life with his hand in the Pringles can forever.
Oh, yeah.
Literally until he passes away. And then the Austin Powers throwback. That was good. I couldn't hear it, but I saw all of the original actors and actresses.
That was good.
And I was like, perfect. This is good.
There was another throwback one. There were quite a few. They brought on Jim Carrey, Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh,
he shows up at the door.
Yes, I did see that.
Awesome. He was like, trying to sell him, I think, DirecTV or something. It might have been, or maybe AT&T or something like that. But that one was pretty cool.
I haven't seen that. Cable Guy?
Oh, the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I haven't seen that.
Good one.
So I didn't know that was the thing.
Prime Jim Carrey, man. Okay, as for me, I got some funny ones up in here. There was one about the Bic lighter with Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. Did you see that one?
I think I've seen this commercial before, but I didn't see it on the.
That was so great. There's like Snoop kept trying to refer to something like, lighting a joint, and Martha says, "Oh, you mean this fire over here? Let's go light the fire." It just kept like turning it away from what Snoop was trying to get to.
Yeah,
it was just great. The Amazon Alexa one with Colin Jost and Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah,
that one was pretty good. How it was like reading their mind and like speaking for them and throwing them under the bus with all this stuff. It was really funny. And then the Sam's Club commercial with Kevin Hart. Did you see that one?
I did not see this one.
It's so funny how Sam's Club got Kevin Hart on there to do a commercial. But dude, anything with Kevin Hart is just so
seriously
funny.
Hilarious. Whoa, what happened?
It just made it so funny. He was like just walking through Sam's. You know how like people do with like Costco and stuff. Yeah, they like make themselves at home, get them some samples, hang out under the pergola. He was just like checking himself out, making himself at home, and telling them you can scan and go. You can scan this stuff and go, and you don't have to check out. You just like it was just funny. Man. You got to watch it.
Oh, I'll watch it after the episode.
It's great. The Skechers commercial with Willie Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to see this one?
I didn't see this one.
He was talking about legalizing Skechers, and obviously it was a play on legalizing weed. He was wearing a shirt that big old letters said legalize, but it was a kid ended up being a commercial for Skechers. Oh, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's what you're talking about." And then Skechers like, "No, Willie, they're legal. We promise." It was pretty good.
That's funny.
And then there was a FTX crypto commercial with Larry David. Did you happen to see this one?
I think I did.
It was fantastic. It was very well thought out, very well done. It was like going way back in time, like just saying, "Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh, yeah, that's all hype. Good luck."
Yeah.
He was like, he went over the wheel way back then, like, "Yeah, good luck. That ain't gonna work." And now we use it all the time. He was going over the light bulb with Thomas Edison.
No.
Yeah, good luck. We'll see. And then it came to obviously crypto, like, "Oh yeah, we'll see." And then obviously FTX is putting out, you should get into this. It's the new thing. It's going to end up being what everyone uses, like all these other inventions back in the day. So it was pretty good.
Yeah, I did see this one. This one was pretty funny.
Yeah. So
and it like ended with Larry being like, "Yeah, I'm pretty good at this stuff. Like, don't invest in anything like that." Yeah. So I mean, I think overall pretty good football Super Bowl game from halftime to the actual game and the commercials.
Absolutely, it was solid. There were a lot of commercials about the future, and I think we're here, man. Yeah, I think it's already here,
dude. So, have you been listening to any new music lately?
I have, actually.
Do you have one that you want to recommend?
Sure, why not? I've actually been listening to way too much new music lately.
Yeah,
on repeat. I have 3 listed here that I'd like to talk about, but let's go ahead and just pick one.
All right, let's go.
Let's leave them hanging for the next episode or something.
There you go.
I'm going to pick one of my favorite bands of all time. It's a band called The Head and the Heart. They're not local. They're out of Seattle. Lead singer's out of Virginia. They're working on their 5th LP, their 5th full-length album.
Nice.
It's set to release in April. And they recently released their first single. It's called Every Shade of Blue.
Mm.
And just like in the title, a lot of the lyrics are about like how people have coped with COVID, how people have taken COVID, you know, being lonely and all that stuff. And it's very deep, profound song full of, you know, solid lyrics.
Yeah.
But just all around, to me, it's just very well done. I just love they have 2 lead singers. One of them plays violin, one of them plays guitar and sings.
Yeah,
and
just pretty cool.
The combo that they have together, it's a girl and a guy. Just phenomenal.
The Head and the Heart.
The Head and the Heart.
Do they go by that, or is it that THATH?
They always sign off as Thath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thath.
Yeah. Their acronym for their band names. Yeah.
It's almost like what is a word called whenever it's spelled backwards the same way it is forward, like race car?
Oh yeah.
I forgot what that's called.
Yeah, I forgot too, but I know what you're saying.
The only word that's coming to mind is an acronym, and I know that's not right.
What about you? Got a song to wreck?
Yeah, actually, I'm probably gonna go a little more hardcore than you in your choice. So we actually finally started watching season 4 of Ozark.
Oh wow, yeah.
One of the episodes ends with like this rap, like really cool beat, and then the rapper comes in, and it's Killer Mike. And I don't know if you've listened to Run the Jewels because you've showed me that one song.
Yep.
So yeah, Killer Mike from Run the Jewels, it played his song at the end of the episode, and I was like, yo, what song is that? That song goes so hard. And it's called Untitled by Killer Mike.
Okay.
Will I die slain like my king by a terrorist? Will my woman be Coretta, take my name and cherish it? Or will she Jackie Yo, drop the Kennedy, remarry it? My sister say
So I think it's an old song, but if you haven't listened to it and you're really into that like kind of underground rap feel, hip hop feel,
yeah, for sure.
that's probably one you'll like for sure.
Nice.
Untitled, Killer Mike.
I like it. I'll check it out. I know I've heard it because I've seen all of that Ozark part 1 season 4, so I know I've heard
so
it.
Good.
So.
We're almost done.
Yeah, dude.
We're almost done. So
wait, how many episodes do you have left?
I think we probably just finished 5, and there's only 7 in the first half.
Yep. Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, dude.
We're close.
You can't take your eyes off that show, man.
I know, it's so good.
Okay, new year, same us. Y'all know where to go. Follow us on socials, Instagram, Twitter, Red Pegasus Pod.
Mm-hmm.
We're even on Facebook with a page and a group. You can go hang out with us there, interact with us there. No problemo. We have merch still. Check it out. Link in the bios of those socials. And don't forget, if you subscribe, rate, review, we will read that live on the podcast and give you a shout out. Speaking of shout outs, we'll also give you a shout out if you take a picture with a Red Pegasus. So
it's been a while.
Get out there, get on the hunt, and take a picture with one, and we will repost it on our socials and give you a shout out on the show. Yo, Martin, did you hear about this, the Eagle's Nest at White Rock Lake?
Eagle's Nest?
Yeah.
No.
I think we talked about it on the pod a couple weeks ago, how like you can go eagle watching at White Rock Lake.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, their nest blew over in the wind.
No way.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yep. They are resilient creatures, so I'm sure they'll pick right back up where they left off, but yep. Praying for those Eagles, man, over here in Dallas, White Rock Lake.